ready for a wild ride? It's Park Talk Radio. D&B taking shots with hot takes as their ammo. We're talking theme parks, news updates, rides and more. Hold on tight, cause we're about to soar. Talking park, we won't hold back, we're letting it all out. Talking park, get your ears ready, cause we're gonna shout. We'll dive into the ride, some anecdotes, and all the fun. No filter here, just two guys trying to be number one.
Welcome, sit on down, gather to your speaker. It's time for episode 24 of Park Talk Radio. And as if you heard at the top of the show, our music is back to normal even, because he's back. I've located him and returned him to his rightful place as co-host. Dave, how you doing?
I was justified when I was 5. Raising Cain, I spit in your eye. Times are changing, now the poor get fat, but the fever's gonna catch you when the bitch gets back. A little bit of Elton John for you, because the bitch is back.
90210, we're coming at you.
Great Elton John song, The Bitch is Back.
The bitch
And I'm
is
that
back.
bitch. I'm that bitch.
Does he say that? Follow up, I'm that bitch, the bitch is back.
No, he doesn't say that, but I mean, close enough, right?
I couldn't tell you. Have not heard that particular epitaph from one Sir Elton John.
Oh, wait, he does say, I'm a bitch, oh, the bitch is back. I'm a bitch, oh, the bitch is back. Stone cold sober, as a matter of fact, which I am not stone cold sober, so that's a lie.
Well, at least
but I am
one
a
of us
bitch.
is. You are a bitch. You abandoned us in our time of need, and when we screamed for help, you whispered back, I'm a bitch. And I'm not coming to record today.
Yeah,
it's all right.
I did bitch out.
It's okay. I stumbled through and went on a near hour-long diatribe on the new changes to the Lightning Lane multi-pass and single pass that is Disney is introducing on both coasts, East and West, Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort, going into effect starting on July 24th. International guests, Disney gave you the old finger in the air, fuck you. Sorry. I don't think we have any international listeners anymore anyway, but fuck you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Disney said, so we have to say, we are one, we are legion. Going back real quick to your Elton John song, Dave. He said, I'm a bitch, and then he says, the bitch is back. Not saying that he is the bitch that is back. Who's he talking about?
Dude, you got me, man. I'm not a poet. Elton's the poet, man. I don't know, man. Elton John is
tweet out.
Elton John's more of a poet than Shakespeare, dog.
Shakespeare?
Yeah.
Shakespeare was very verbose.
Trivia question for you.
Yes.
What did Elton John receive from Marshall Mathers, aka Slim Shady, aka Eminem, for his wedding gift?
For his wedding gift, he gave him the pad of paper from the song "Stan" that was used in the music video.
Close. You can use
God
this.
Damn it.
You can use this if you ever host any trivia or anything like that.
Okay, I'll write this down.
But Eminem gifted Elton John diamond-plated butt plugs.
More than one?
Yeah.
How many butts does this guy got?
Well, when you marry a man, you got 2.
You know what? That's so true, Dave. That is, whoa. My God.
Because when you get married, what's mine is yours and what's yours is mine. So
then you just have the one.
So technically you got 2 butts. So like my wife owns my butt.
2 butts and not a care in the world. Let's get in the car and drive 1,000 miles north. We're crossing the border. We're going to get them butt plugs all the way to Alberta. It's time to free the anus. Let it be free. Let it be free. Leak as you please. Let it be free.
That is a true story, though.
Well, that's astounding knowledge that will go very far in the theme park realm. Once again, thank you for joining us for another episode of Park Talk Radio. We got the full crew here today. We got voicemails. If you want to leave a voicemail, 407-490-2220. If you hear if you listened to the last episode, Dave, I completely forgot what our phone number was.
I did listen to the first part. Yeah, I did listen to the first part, and you're like, "Oh, it's been a while. Thanks, Dave." You didn't.
Well, usually I have to.
It was my fault.
I speak with confidence when you're here because I know you'll correct me or at least help in some fashion. But yes,
I rue the day that I'm gonna have to try and record by myself.
No, you'll go for a good 2 hours, best episode ever, and didn't hit record. I guarantee.
Yeah. I'm sure that's exactly what's gonna happen.
But yeah, 407-490-2220. Voicemails are welcome. I'm still sending out gifts, at least one or two more, for new voicemails going forward. Looking at some of you out there. You can also send us a text message. Feel free to talk about your questions. If you have a trip planned, if you have questions about Horror Nights, since we're really getting into the season, we're about just a month away from official grand opening. And if you just want to also send a park visit, which we're going to jump into here in a moment, be sure to follow us on all social medias at Park Talk Radio, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, Twitch, YouTube, and we're available on all your favorite podcast platforms. Share, like, engage, support. It costs you nothing. We'd love to see you. Brennan has been making some great TikToks lately. She's put out a one at 8 a.m. this morning since I woke up and saw, hey, Frequent Fear Pass is on sale. Push out the content. Get it the fuck out there. And she did.
She also made a great Facebook reel of me holding a sloth.
So. Oh yeah, we're trying out some new posts to let you know when a new episode's out with some appropriate photos. Hopefully with some of the cast in it. So we have a good one because we were missing Dave, so we had a help us find our co-host picture. And it's not the sloth in the photo. That's not Dave.
I will be commandeering the TikTok come October 31st.
Oh, buddy. Well, in the Frequent Fear Pass post, you're in it jamming during Fuel Girl, or not Fuel Girl, but Nightmare Fuel show. And
I did not see that.
Your phone is out and you're scream singing. It's great.
God.
But follow us, love us, share us, engage. We love to hear you and your thoughts and like to see our content spread through the internet, taking it over. All right, we got a big show.
The ironic thing is I fucking hate that show. I fucking hate it.
You look so happy, like you couldn't believe you were actually there. You were beside yourself. You were probably big drunk. It was definitely
a turn drunk.
But it was definitely a later show. It was dark out. You had a beer in one hand and your phone in the other, ready to record, jam, and whatever else happens in the old Fear Factor Live theater.
Oh, you know I was probably hammered if I was switching to beer at that point.
It's like, I gotta slow down. I'm gonna get in trouble. So we got a big show here for you. I was trying to save some content, some good stories to talk through with Dave. We're going to hit some park visits first. As last week was a busy park visit day. It was the 4th of July week. We had the debut of a brand new parade as well as having my dad in town, and we hit the parks multiple days. And I can't remember everything we did exactly, but let's start at the beginning where the first day was July 3rd, Wednesday. It was the grand debut of the Universal Mega Movie Parade featuring multiple classic IPs, including Back to the Future, Jaws, Jurassic Park, Ghostbusters, as well as your newer ones such as Trolls, Sing. They did not have Shrek. No Shrek float.
No
and
Slop.
Slop, Kung Fu Panda. Wait, no Slop. No Slop. Kung Fu Panda, though.
Okay.
Kung Fu Panda. And there's also, for the classic ones, E.T., which the classic one, now I'll say from the top here. The day before, on Tuesday, July 2nd, Universal still hadn't posted what time the parade is actually debuting in less than 24 hours. And they go online to say, hey, it's going to be at 6 o'clock. Please note, we're in technical rehearsals, despite the fact over a month ago, this is the grand opening, grand debut, and fully functioning, everything's expected to go. Not so much the case for opening day. It was technical rehearsals, followed by delays due to weather, and then it finally did go out. There was clearly some missing floats. There's clearly some missing pieces to it. But I will say, this is fantastic. Disney caliber level parade, multiple floats. The off-board music was not working, and that just, it made it sound so quiet because it was only the on-board music playing from the floats in the parade. And it also seemed like they were missing some of the cast because didn't seem like there was a lot of people, but it was really cool. It was really nice. I look very much forward to seeing it again.
But I will say I did see two things from it. I saw the pictures of the ET float with the characters up on the bikes. And I saw Mayor Vaughn and Chief Brody who did pretty well.
They are awesome.
But I will say, I could not tell if the guy playing Elliot was trying to portray Elliot from E.T. or if he was trying to play the lead singer of My Chemical Romance, because the wig is just bad.
The wig's bad, and
it's early 2000s pop punk
long hair.
Bad.
Yeah. And they have Elliot wearing the hood the entire time. I mean, if you have not seen the floats, skip a little bit if you don't want the spoiler, or if you haven't seen it on a video. They have all the kids, Elliot, Michael, and the other boys they have flying on the bikes that eventually do fly in the 1982 film, on the bikes, lifted in the air as if they were flying. Elliot, all the kids have wigs. Elliot has his wig on and has the hood on top, probably to make his face look even more youthful and hide a bit of it. But man, the person they got cast as Elliot does not look youthful, has strong facial features, and does not have that doughy little kid face that is needed for what? Elliot's what? 8? 10?
So he's
young,
somewhere around there.
Young.
He's at
not Drew Barrymore's Gertie Young, but
I'd say he's in junior high at that point. No. Maybe never mind.
Who the fuck knows? Certainly not me, and certainly not Google. How old is Elliot in E.T.? Elliot is 10 years old. Portrayed by Henry Thomas, of course, who was 11 at the time.
Henry Thomas has
had
come
quite
to
a
some
life.
Great roles as he's grown up.
Yeah. Also has a DUI.
Yeah. Which celebrities doesn't?
I think plenty. At least ones that they didn't get caught for, right? So E.T. was really good. Back to the Future, my favorite. The float, not the best float, unfortunately. Nor were the actors. I think they had a good Michael J. Fox. Christopher Lloyd, Doc Brown, not great. The wig, again, the wig's just across the board, not really good.
Yeah, the guy I saw looked way too youthful to be Doc Brown.
And he had a long face, more resembling like a Harold Ramis.
He looked more like Rick from Rick and Morty than he did.
It's almost there, but so slightly off that it's not quite. The float was cool.
Yeah.
They're ground performers. They have two people riding one wheels, which was very odd to give this futuristic feel of, hey, this is Back to the Future. You know, in that great movie, in part 2, he had a hoverboard, but here's this one wheel, and they kind of just zoom around and jump off for a second and wave, which I thought was kind of lame. Besides that, your other live action characters, you have both McKenna Grace and Finn Wolfhard, the Spengler kids from the new Ghostbusters. They had them walking on the ground. They looked pretty spot on. And then they had the OG 4, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, Bill Murray, and Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
And all those guys looked great. Dan Aykroyd's performer looked a little young, but the rest were A+. And then, of course, Mayor Vaughn and Chief Brody, A++++. They were interacting. Chief Brody screaming at the mayor saying, "It's fine. It's just a boat. The boat just hit it. The boat hit them. It wasn't a shark attack." And then finally at Jurassic Park, and Jaws. Quint was also on the boat, looked immaculate. The Jaws float looked amazing, probably my favorite one. Despite Jurassic Park being after it and having a functional moving T-Rex. And then you have Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and then an unnamed warden, not Muldoon. It's all Jurassic World. However, the float is Jurassic Park, which is bizarre. You have the moving T-Rex. The head moves. Its mouth opens and articulates. It has spit falling off the gums of the T-Rex. The tail moves around. When the parade steps down off of parade route and is going back in, the JP float pauses. The T-Rex raises up, and it does the famous roar right before going in. The parade is over. Overall, super fucking cool. Highly recommend it. If you can get to the park, check it out. It's still in tech rehearsals and not everything is working properly. Challenging thing to sync up dozen plus floats with onboard, offboard audio and have that audio traveling throughout the park, as each float has the same motif and the same tempo cadence. However, it's attributed to the particular IP that is shown to you at that exact moment. Not an easy feat. They've done it before, though, with the 4 floats and the mini floats from the Superstar Parade. It can be done. Disney's doing it, has been doing it for decades. I believe in Universal. Be sure to check it out. Did you watch a full video of it, Dave?
I have not. The only thing that I will probably wish out of this is I wish they would have made this a nighttime compatible parade as well.
Right. I did not see lighting or nighttime effects on the floats, unfortunately.
Universal Japan did that, and it looked phenomenal. So, maybe a future upgrade, but I highly doubt it. But
I would hope so. I mean, nighttime parade at Universal Japan. They also have Mario, Peach, Daisy right now in their parade, and then they have the super cool Harry Potter section where it has the Hogwarts Express rolling down your street and the students pushing their trolleys with their luggage on it and doing choreography for the parade, and it just looks so damn cool.
For sure.
But the Jurassic Park float is exactly what they have, is what we got.
Theirs is a little bit different.
Well, yeah.
They have an actual Velociraptor paddock on their Jurassic Park.
Oh, no, you're correct
as well.
And I forgot to mention there's a small gyrosphere float that rolls around and has Justice Smith sitting in it looking scared. And he looked pretty good. So that was our first day. My dad had come into town. We saw the parade. Next day, July 4th, no park visit, hung out with some friends and did a little house party. Friday, well, let me not get too far ahead. How are your days during the July 4th holiday? What'd you get up to on the 4th of July there, Dave?
On the 4th of July, I worked from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. out in the hot sun.
No shark attacks, huh?
No shark attacks.
Did you close the beach?
Did not, unfortunately.
Did not close the beaches.
Chief Dave did not close the beaches, but he had many other things going on. Lots of stuff to deal with, to say the least.
Nothing fun or exciting, just the typical old bullshit when it's a busy holiday at a Florida beach town.
Typical old bullshit out on the water. I will say, when I left my station, when I parked my boat and left my station, it took me, I live about 4 to 5 minutes away. It took me 40 minutes to get home.
Oh,
of traffic.
My God. Not you getting pulled over for speeding again, certainly.
Nope, no. Definitely not me getting pulled over for speeding. But yeah, it was a rough week, because I had to work the whole week. So there was no break. There was no
fun. No park
fun.
visits.
My hours were adjusted. It was not a good time.
No return to the Big Kahuna's water and thrill park.
No return to Big Kahuna's. I had to train some new guys the day before the 4th, I had to train some new guys on my dive team on how to use new equipment. So that was a long day.
This is your breathy part.
So-
You put this on your mouth.
No, it's a little bit more high tech.
A little more than that, huh?
But yeah,
Oh.
but it was a gnarly week. I'm sorry I missed being on the podcast. I had said, hey, you know what, I'll be good to go this night, and then when I got off work, I was miserable, and then
dead fucking tired, and that's okay. As was I. Having fun
and
really takes a toll on you.
And then the one night I had messaged you, I said, hey, what's up? Sup? And you didn't respond in 10 minutes. And I said, well, he's not responding.
That's
I'm going to bed.
I'm out. I'm free.
I wasn't going to message you twice.
It's certainly not call me either.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's good. I'm sorry you had more work than fun, certainly. So let me keep talking about how much fun I had. On July 5th, Friday, back out to Islands of Adventure, met up with my dad. We grabbed a drink at, oh God, what's the bar next to Confisco?
Backwater Bar.
Backwater Bar. That's what I had in my head. Like, no, that's JP Bar. No, that's Watering Hole, you idiot.
Yeah.
Went to Backwater Bar, grabbed a delicious goza, and then we met my sister and her boyfriend for a little dinner at Toothsome, which was always good. Can always recommend.
What?
Now, sounds
Worst
like
restaurant
you.
in City Walk.
Sounds like some poor noises come from you. I can't afford Toothsome.
I don't be poor. I actually, I know I'm just interjecting again. I ate at Toothsome one time. Food was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Got a call from the Hard Rock, said, hey, y'all need to be quiet in your room. I said, I'm not even
that's
in my
right.
room. They said, did you leave the TV on? I said, no. And I got blamed and a noise complaint on me when no one was in my room and the TV was off. So
It's insanity. I am actively eating at City Walk. But
yeah,
what do you think I'm
not
doing
in my
there?
room? I am not in my room. Now, I have had noise complaints on me at other hotels. I think somebody named Bill was with me one time during one of those noise
Not me.
complaints, but
when they came knocking at our door, the lights are off and we were all in bed. Snooze, sleeping, quiet.
must have not been us.
No, not me. When we share a hotel room after a long day at the park and a long night of hard nights, and I'm eating my grilled cheese on the floor, I'm silent. I'm certainly not trying to scoop out vodka rum gummy bears from the pouch.
Yeah,
either.
not doing that or not blaring a speaker.
No, not me. So we had dinner. We went over and I got to show my dad and sister the Epic Preview Center, which just blew their minds, and then had a little nightcap at Vivo, which was a nice little espresso martini. Helped me get home fast. Gotta drive quick before it hits you.
Are their espresso martinis good?
The ones at Vivo are, because they go to the back and use the espresso machine. They're not using
Okay.
Mr. Coffee Black liqueur or Kahlua or any other coffee flavoring. They use espresso truly.
Okay.
If you're going to get one on City Walk property, that's the place to go.
Okay. Good.
And then what did we do? July the 6th, we went early in the morning since Brennan had to work that evening. We went early in the morning to Islands of Adventure again. We got to go on Hagrid. We had lunch at Mythos, which, hey, I haven't had lunch or a meal at Mythos in a while. Still say, bang's really good. Still banging there. They don't have my favorite thing. They took this away a long time ago. It was a buffalo barbecue chicken wrap with mashed potatoes on the inside. Oh my God. So fucking good. So filling. I had pad thai instead and a really good drink. Hung out there for a little bit, and then Sunday, and this will be the last of the park visits. Sunday morning, woke up nice and early to try and grab a virtual queue for Tiana's Bayou adventure, and we got it. Was able to go on. Controversy and that kind of conversation aside, for my ride experience, it's nice. It's nice update. The laughing place what they've changed it to is such a disappointment. They lost a lot of kinetic energy, and the things they added were not for me. Beyond that, it is side grade. I say it's because the laughing place is so prominent, and the story is not clear at all on what Tiana's Bayou Venture is happening, because you can't really hear what's going on when you're on the ride vehicle. Unless you're probably maybe in the front row. I was in the back row for this particular endeavor. I'll give it another chance when it's not a virtual queue, because fuck you, virtual queue. You're such a pain in my ass. It was alright. I'd wait 30 minutes for it to ride it again. And then in the afternoon, we're able to grab the 1 o'clock virtual queue for Tron Light Cycle Run, which Brennan's ever been on. Hey, the ride's fun for as long as it's going, the full 60 seconds. And man, that is such a disappointment. And I was listening to and to wrap up this here, Dave, I was listening to another podcast, and it said, if Epic Universe opens before May, Universal, and this is confirmed because I think we mentioned 2 episodes ago that I think this is confirmed. If they open before May, even with and considered open, we can say they're doing previews, right? If they open before May, Universal will have built an entire theme park in the time it took Disney to build Tron.
Oh my god, that's
insane.
Not...
I can't fucking believe it, and it's very likely that
Tron
will be the case.
Doesn't seem like it. Tron doesn't even seem like it took as long as Pandora, which I know took a lot longer, but
right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. Tron fun. Wish it was longer, because you get the initial launch and it's great, and then you go inside the show building and it's so many break runs, and then it's over. And you say, okay. And that was the first thing producer Brennan said. That's it? It's over? I said, yep. Hope you liked it.
Yeah, it's a lot of times when a theme park opens a new ride, I am like, I got to get there. I got to go do it. I got to go. Like, I got to get on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's one that even when I was in the Magic Kingdom, I was like, who cares?
Well, yeah, half the battle before you even get to the virtual queue part is just getting to the damn park. It's an absolute pain in the ass to get to Magic Kingdom for what? Long lines, new lightning lane charges, and you can't even ride to you can't ride to the rides without a virtual queue right now. 7 Dwarves, you need the lightning lane, individual lightning lane, single pass. No thanks.
Well, they've fucked the whole park. I remember when I remember going to the parks when Haunted Mansion, you consistently found it with a 13-minute wait.
Right, that's
a walk-on.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, you consistently found it within a 5 to 15-minute wait. People Mover, you literally never stopped before you got on the ride.
Oh, yeah, they would let you ride it over and over. They wouldn't make you get off.
Yeah. I mean, it's with all their new systems now, they've made the general queues way more hellish than they should be.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. Let me ask you, if you could do away with all express queues at all theme parks, would you? Or is it something that's beneficial in certain situations?
I mean, it's absolutely beneficial in certain situations. If I'm visiting, Disneyland on the West Coast, it helps me because I'm going to buy it out there for when I'm visiting a non-home park. And then for Universal, I mean, the accommodation pass that is utilized properly needs the express queue to function.
I would just love to see the math behind how much longer the queues become once you add express into the equation.
There's multiple videos by multiple people. I know Defunct Land, and I'll name drop them. They did a big fat one on the Fast Pass system as a whole.
Because I know Hagrid's, if you added express to that queue, your waits are going from 90 minutes to well above 150 minutes, most likely.
Right.
On average. Velocicoaster, when it first opened, The queue always said 45 to 60 minutes, but
You could eyeball
most
it
time,
and
what did we
see
wait?
that.
What did we wait? 20 minutes most of the
20,
time?
25.
When it was listed as a 60-minute wait,
Right.
I don't know. I did the last time I paid for Express outright, other than staying on property at Universal. I paid for the quick queue at Cedar Point because I was going for one day and didn't want to
that
miss
one's
out
worth
on
it.
anything.
And I don't think that was an outrageous cost either, right?
No, it was actually a very mild cost. I will say, when I did that, I had the choice to either get the quick queue for one day at Cedar Point. Long story short, I drove 3 hours from Pittsburgh to go to Cedar Point, and drove back to Pittsburgh same day. So I only had one day, and it was either quick queue at Cedar Point or go to Kennywood Park in Pittsburgh, which I'd been to multiple times the next day. And I chose to do the quick queue because it was my first time at Cedar Point, and there were so many bucket list attractions at Cedar Point. But I will tell you, those lines were well above 60 minutes for some of them, for some of the coasters such as Maverick and Top Thrill. And with those quick queues, I waited maybe 5 minutes at most on all of them. It wasn't even half the wait. So definitely worth it in that sense.
I would say so. If you only got one day,
Mm-hmm.
it's usually going to be worth your cost or time. And we went to Hershey Park 2 years ago, and we got the fast pass. We're not waiting. It was too busy. So I back to your question: is it worth getting rid of them? I don't know. I don't have the knowledge. I know Disney really does like a 10-to-1 fast pass to standby queue when it's real busy, or the fast pass line is really backed up. I'd like to see it just not cost money at Disney anymore. Universal had it. There's the free version for a very limited time. At Disney, now they've been charging longer than they've had it free, but the free version I thought worked fine enough.
I remember the first time I ever rode the Hulk, I had a paper fast pass ticket.
Yeah.
Express pass.
Did you catch anything for the Tiana's Bayou Venture? You watched any of the videos or not?
No, even though it's not a ride, it's not an attraction I'm excited for, I still won't spoil it for myself. So
fair enough. Alrighty, Dave, we got a slew of news here. That's our park visits. Be sure to share yours with us if you have one, or a live park visit if you're in the park and you remember, give us a call. We'd love to hear how it's going, how fucking hot it is, and what you're doing. As said, we got a lot of news, and we're going to start the top with some Horror Nights news. We got global, international news for the Horror Nights realm. Pretty much every park that hosts the event, we got something to talk about here. Where do you want to start, Dave? This is your kind of deal. This is your baby. I already got some guests I've been talking to that want to come on and talk Horror Nights once we start the season next month.
Can you give me a hint?
I think our first one's going to be old Cole Carboner.
Oh,
he wants to hop on and talk some history.
I'd love to have Cole in here. I really would love for us to do a standalone history episode and bring out, some Cole.
Couple historians.
Yep.
We can certainly do that.
The Horror Nights history is something I very much pride myself on. Let's start with Singapore first, because it's the least attractive. Not least attractive.
Least attractive.
I will say,
got it.
I will say they have put on some really cool looking events over the last few years, but I'd say general Horror Nights population, if you're going to pick, Japan and the stateside parks are better than Singapore, or, your go-tos first. So let's do Singapore, then Japan.
Sounds good. Singapore. Halloween Horror Nights Singapore, they are celebrating their 12th season for Halloween Horror Nights, and theirs will be running from September 27th through November 2nd. And they have announced, I believe, the first house here, and it's called Sweet Home. And it is based off K-horror, and it's from a Netflix show. I'm not familiar with what exactly they are doing here,
So it's like a Korean horror?
Yes, it's based off the Netflix show Sweet Home. It's an apocalyptic horror TV series starring Song Kang, Lee Jin-wook, and Lee Sing-young.
They've done Korean pop horror houses before and Korean style houses before. So that's interesting. I mean, nothing I'm familiar with, but
right, and this is their third collaboration with Netflix. The prior two, of course, were Stranger Things being one of them, and then a zombie series, All of Us Are Dead. Have not heard of the All of Us Are Dead, but Korean horror still very prominent, very much a draw here at Universal Studios Singapore. And they'll be running Sweet Home will immerse visitors in the series with recreated locations like Hyun Soo's apartment and the basement in the Green Home Complex. Korean horror is something that resonates well with our fans, and we can't wait to take Halloween Horror Nights to new frightful heights. Tickets for Horror Nights Singapore will go on sale August 13th. And that's what they got so far. They've announced one house at Singapore. You know, I'm not all too familiar with the Singapore event. I don't usually follow it or watch any videos or view any pictures from it. And I also either did not realize they've been doing it for 12 years now.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the Singapore Universal is kind of like Tokyo Disney, where their Universal stake is only Universal doesn't own most of it. So I've seen a few videos. Obviously their attractions are a little older. They do they have they were the first people to put out the Transformers attraction. It was their first. A lot of people think it was Hollywood first, but it was actually their first.
And they have the roller coaster there that's like copy
the Battlestar and then they also have a
Transformers.
Yeah, but then they also have a Battlestar Galactica attraction and just some off the wall attractions that you don't find in the States parks. Singapore, they have a Jurassic Park attraction, but it is a raft ride, kind of like Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just a different park. You know.
Yeah. It's a little different. Definitely not the top of my tier list of other Universal. I want to visit all the Universal parks. Not the top of the tier list of how excited I am to visit this one in particular.
Correct.
Beijing, man, that's the one.
Yeah, the problem though is Beijing, they won't do any. I don't ever see them doing any horror related.
That's okay. Jurassic World Adventure, don't care.
Yeah,
that's scary enough.
I agree. Scary enough.
All right, let's jump over to another international park, Universal Studios Japan. They have announced the dates and houses for the 2024 season in Universal Japan, USJ. Horror Nights in USJ will be running from September 6th through November 4th. And looks like they have 3 houses. And starting off at the top, the 2024 event will feature brand new offerings, of course, including the first ever theme park collaboration with the popular anime Chainsaw Man. We broke this story a few weeks ago. The house will be Chainsaw Man: The Chaos 4D. And this is the Cinema 4D has been overtaken by the world of Chainsaw Man. Join Denji, Aki, Power, and others as you battle the Halloween Horror Nights Devil, who commands an army of zombies. The attraction will feature an original storyline as an extreme and unpredictable battle unfolds in front of you. That sounds pretty fucking rad. We could definitely had something like this in, the Terminator 2 theater or what's now the Bourne Stuntacular theater.
USJ loves their zombies.
Love zombies, and they love their theaters and their sit-down experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, you have Biohazard Night of Heroes, and that is the Japanese naming for the Resident Evil video game series. And we did have one attempt at Resident Evil here at Universal Orlando as well as Hollywood. That was in 2014, right?
So yeah, USJ has done Biohazard. The Real was the name of their house for many, many years. They did it over and over and over again, and it was actually two houses built into one. You could either pick the Leon experience or the Claire experience.
Right.
Now, most times you can only do one per day unless you paid for the express. But with USJ, for those that don't know, it is a daytime event. The house is open early afternoon, but you have to show up in the morning to get a return time for these houses, the popular ones. There are some houses that you can just stand in queue pretty consistently, but usually two or three of the houses, usually you have to show up, wait in a long line to get a return time, and then to come back. And usually they sell out so fast that your return time, even if you get there first thing, is later in the evening. But with that one, you either had to get a return time for the Claire or the Leon version and come back and go through it. So, and their houses are more of a show scene, more of a interactive theater than they are haunted houses per se.
Yes. Yeah.
And they in the Claire version, Claire was guiding you through the house, and in the Leon version, Leon would be guiding you through the house. So they definitely very interesting. I'm not a huge Resident Evil person, but I would have loved to. I like Resident Evil. I'm just not head over heels with it, especially after the house we had to endure.
Oh my god!
But
bad.
Oh, very, very bad. So.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Biohazard Night of Heroes will be a brand new, immersive, and shocking outdoor attraction. Main characters from the series, such as Leon S. Kennedy, Jill Valentine, and the other heroes, I imagine Chris Redfield will be there as well, will fight alongside you as you battle sinister creatures and hordes of zombies. This particular one will require a timed entry ticket or Universal Express Pass. And this one will run...
Did I say Claire? Maybe it was Leon and Jill's side.
Leon, Jill, Claire is also...
It may have been Jill's side. I thought it was
usually
Claire.
Leon and Jill if they're doing a split deal.
Yeah, that's my bad.
So
my bad.
That house runs from, or this experience runs from 6 o'clock to park close. Chainsaw Man's open the entire time. You also have Street Zombies. This year you'll join forces with Blue Rose Troop, led by Captain Ado. I guess this is a very popular person creation in Japan. Captain Ado has the power to undo curses through song as you face against hordes of vicious zombies. The park will feature many different zombie areas where you could be attacked at any moment, along with safe areas where they can't get you. So this is your park-wide scare zone with a party atmosphere. They
love doing just random. What are those called?
The collaborations and features.
No, what are those? Flash mobs of the zombies. So all those scare zones, every once in a while, they just break out and do Thriller, in the middle of the park, and it's a giant party. So if you're planning on attending Universal Horror Nights Japan, during the day they do like a not so spooky.
Yes, I have that at the bottom
kids. Here. Yep. They do. It's usually Snoopy and the Peanuts, but they do a trick or treat type thing where they drop candy and stuff like that. The zombies don't come out until the evening, and they do give out a warning that the scary zombies are coming out.
Warning.
So.
Looks like we have another show here. Hamikuma's Shout It Out Party, brand new for the 2024 season.
Hamikuma, the dancing bear.
Yeah,
it's a huge hit in Japan, dude. Yeah. Huge hit in Japan.
Oh, I'm surprised
the eyeball falling out, man. Oh yeah,
the eyeball falling out
knows who Hamikuma is.
Disgusting trash teddy bear,
dude. So right over in the New York area, where our kind of what is that Gramercy Park is
That's
where
exactly
we
where
right
this
by
is at.
Finnegan's.
Yeah, the party will be
They
in
do a
Gramercy Park.
huge stage dance show with Hamikuma and stuff, and all the people go nuts, and Hamikuma's on stage jumping up and down, man. The merch for Hamikuma fucking sold, man. Sorry, I sound like a pothead right now talking about Hamikuma.
Sound like a real dweeb about Hamikuma simping out for the bear.
Yeah, man, Hamikuma was not something I want to go experience at a Horror Nights attraction. But
You would fucking get there, get disgusting drunk, and take
dude.
your pants off full dance mode. Well, not only will you get Hamikuma, you get Hamikuma Soul, which is the white one, the white bear. As you dance with abandon at the wildest party to ever happen at the park, Eido's thrilling track, Show, will be played along with sinisterly fun music from the world of Hamikuma. And that will run in the evenings. There's an updated version of the Zombie D-Dance show. Eido's hit song, Show, will once again be played at this wild dance party surrounded by zombies. Feel the power of the pulsating beat as zombies attack you from all angles. Each area of the park will feature different types of terrifying encounters, from chainsaw chain gangs to possessed playthings. So more scare zones and party zones.
they always do some sort of playthings, kawaii girls, all sorts of stuff. The one year they did something that was really cool. They had a specific zombie that only came out when it rained. And it was a pirate zombie. So it was one of those things where you're not going to be able to see it unless you're there when it rains. So.
Some real cool stuff here. Definitely probably not super scary, but sounds really interesting. And then your last house here is Chucky's Carnival of Chaos, where it has a photo of Chucky in a top hat holding a knife, and he has a carnival in the background. And then he has a traditional good guy garb on. Chucky returns to cause more chaos in this nightmarish maze. And this one's interesting here, Dave, because this maze is restricted to guests ages 15 and up. You have to be a minimum age to go in. And it says put on your special glasses.
If I had to guess, it'd probably be the foul language and stuff like that.
Wow. Plenty of foul language at the Chucky house last year.
Let Chuck say fuck, baby.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's something I think Japan has done an age demographic for houses before. I'm not 100% sure. I know they pulse all their houses. But I could have sworn they've done an age limitation before. But I'm not 100% sure. So,
well, got a Chucky age-restricted haunted house with some special glasses required, or 3D or something else of the sort.
Chucky's been a mainstay at USJ for a while.
It sounds like Chucky's going to be around the globe this year at most of the Horror Nights locations, and we'll get to that a little bit when we get back to Orlando. Closing out Japan, they have a Hamikuma meet and greet where you can meet the bears. Hollywood Dream, which is a roller coaster, will have an Eido overlay, and they'll be playing the hit song Show. They will have Death Eaters in their Hogsmeade section, just as we do at Hollywood and Orlando. And then, as Dave mentioned, they do have a daytime Halloween experience that is included with your ticket. And this year is the Ha 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 Halloween Party 2024. This will include, which this is, we'll never get it. Just like most things that Japan gets, they have a Pokemon Jumpin' Halloween Party and has Pikachu, Gengar, and other Pokemon in Halloween costumes.
Everything's included with your ticket at USJ.
Yeah,
Horror Nights is
one price
ticketed event.
DJ stage show located in Gramercy Park where you dance along with all your favorite Pokemon characters, trick or treat for both children and adults, as well as meet and greets with characters in Halloween costumes from Pokemon, My Melody, Minions, and Hello Kitty.
You forgot two things. USJ will have the most amazing Horror Night specialty food, because they always do.
Oh, yes.
Wow,
that's what I'm just reading from the press release.
And then the most important thing about USJ Halloween Horror Nights is they will have the Shark at Dark, which me and Bill have had many experiences on.
Shark in the Dark.
We got to get to Japan and ride it together, bud.
I know. We'll make it. We'll make it. As soon as we get rich. If these people would share the goddamn show and get us them monies.
Donate to our Patreon. Buy us both a trip.
We don't have a
to USA.
Patreon.
Oh, well, just Venmo me.
Yeah, you have our parktalkradio@gmail.com. You just send money through that.
Yeah,
we'll get it.
Just
Venmo,
Venmo it to us.
Venmo the show phone number. I don't think that might not work.
Hopefully, one of you is loaded and just wants to send Dave and Bill to USJ for their crazy.
You can come hang out with us.
Yeah,
well, it's such a privilege. All right. I don't remember if they announced anything for Universal Hollywood since we've last chatted, which means we're jumping over to Orlando.
Was today a joint announcement? Or?
Yes, today was a both simultaneous coast announcement, and that announcement together. Yes, they were both together.
We'll go skiing with them.
Left foot, right foot, pizza feet, triangle.
Oh no, that wasn't the joke, but
no.
Yep.
I don't know what you're joking about.
I'll tell you later.
All right. Gotta tell the old man what's going on here. We had a joint announcement, the penultimate house for Universal Orlando, and only the halfway point for Hollywood. They have plenty more to go on their side of the country. What'd they announce today there, Dave?
They announced Insidious, an amalgamation, my words, not theirs, of what seems to be, it doesn't officially say this, but it seems to be a mashup of the Insidious movies. They mention the red-faced demon. They mention the red door. They mention the key face demon.
Key face, the breathing man.
Fake. The breathing, it's going to be
Stinky.
It's going to be a best hits amalgamation. It's not going to have a It's not going to have a good there's not really going to be a storyline.
It's just going to have the big set what's it called? The big set pieces from every movie.
Yeah, if you ask me, don't really give a shit about this house.
No, and it's in a soundstage.
We had the first Insidious, which was okay. It was in a sprung tent. The second Insidious, which sucked because they didn't even get their costumes together in time for the event.
And that was also a mashup house.
The Breathing Man was not the Breathing Man for the longest portion of that event.
Nope.
But
they were missing their masks. They were just old men.
Yeah. They're just old men.
Old man.
Insidious was such a good film due to James Wan. The first Insidious was very
Patrick
good
Wilson.
due to the I like Patrick Wilson.
Yeah, I like him.
Especially him and Vera Farmiga in the Conjuring series.
First two. That third one, not good.
The second one's the best one. Yeah, third one was garbage.
Poo-poo.
They're doing an open casting call for the new one, though.
Last one,
I'm going to audition.
Oh,
yep.
You're going to be Patrick Wilson's body double.
For sure, dude. But anyway, the first Insidious, the best thing about it was the soundtrack and not necessarily the score, but the strings, the
scary string.
The music is what made that scary. They really botched that movie. If they would not have had the end scenes really revealing the red-faced demon being Darth Maul's brother, it would have been a lot scarier if they would have just kept it to...
It was, I say, fine to actually good until they actually go into the further. Then it gets real fucking dumb.
Yes. Those first scenes where you barely get a flash of the red demon's face, terrifying. And then they finally show him in the end, and you're like, what the fuck is this horse Darth Maul thing?
And then we have to suffer through tiptoe through the tulips. Oh.
I mean, they R.I.P. Tiny Tim. I enjoyed that part of it,
So we got Insidious, the further, which is the subtitle of this. Enter the further as demons try to ensnare you. The red-faced demon will lure you into his lair. Keyface will unlock your fears. This is the description from Universal Orlando, the official source. And they have confirmed, as Dave said, Lipstick Face Demon, Key Face, The Man Who Can't Breathe, and The Bride in Black. And this will be at both coasts, Orlando and Hollywood. Yippee.
If I had to rate it 1 to 10, I'd give it that Hawk Tua.
Ugh.
Get out of my Hornets.
Are you least excited for Insidious or Ghostbusters?
Goblin's Feast.
Goblin's Feast still. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, still
Goblin's Feast. All right, well,
still Goblin's
there
Feast.
you go. So, like I said, we have one more house left at Universal Orlando, the Scare Zones and the show. Hollywood has several places left. Let's just run through those last few things in Orlando, and then once Hollywood gets a few more announcements, probably at the end of the month with Midsummer Scream coming up. The last house we already know. It's going to be Classic Monsters, a Classic Monsters house featuring Bride of Frankenstein. I've been hearing some whispers and talks about Van Helsing being prominent in this house now.
Only if it's Hugh Jackman will I approve.
I like that movie, and I
love
will
it.
never stop not liking it.
In middle school, I got that movie as a Christmas present, and I played it on my portable DVD player over and over and over and over and over.
Burn that screen.
And it's a movie. It's a movie that really got me hooked on horror movies. You know, I had seen the classic monsters. You know, they weren't scary because growing up in the 90s, you know, they weren't. Those weren't that scary at that point. But that Van Helsing, you know, that it's great movie.
Awesome.
I loved it. I loved it.
And Van Helsing has a storied, unrealized history with Universal. The plot of land where Hogsmeade's currently at Alice Adventure was originally supposed to be Van Helsing Land, and they used the same ride vehicle from the concept in the Van Helsing Land e-ticket, which became the Forbidden Journey ride using the Kuka arm.
Well, you also forget that Van Helsing has been an attraction at Universal.
They did use some video clips from in the horror makeup show, yes.
I'm talking about something else. Come on, man.
What? Come on, these titties. What do you want?
Universal Hollywood, back in the day, they changed the House of Horrors to Van Helsing.
Oh, yes.
I knew you. It's
Hollywood.
Something I knew you would know about it. I just was playing a mean trick on you.
Oh,
you teasing you.
Oh, you guy. You meanie.
Oh, you guy.
Oh, you guy.
Oh, but I remember watching that movie as an adolescent, and my pants got ever so tighter every time the vampire brides came on the screen.
What about Van Helsing's love interest? I forget her name, but she was pretty good looking.
So fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure you get a kick out of doing a hot or not for pre-show Q video actors. John Rhys Davies in the Indiana Jones Adventure in Disneyland, hot. Hello, my friend.
Bryce Dallas Howard, Jurassic World. Velocicoaster, smoking. I actually almost got kicked out of the theme parks for putting my hands down my pants one time. While in that queue. I'm just kidding. That never happened. But
don't do it. Just
Bryce
keep it in
Dallas
your head.
Howard.
Keep it in your brain. So we're gonna have Bride of Frankenstein Classic Monsters house, of course, and then the scare zones. The imagery we have in the opening, I think I talked a little bit about it last for my solo sode. A little bit of the imagery we have, the opening scare zone. What is that called? Is that Production Central?
That is Production Central.
The opening, so it has Otis, which is not the icon. I will not recognize him as such. The spooky evil arch. In Hollywood, it has become the Blumhouse logo. So, but separate from the Megans. The Megans will be somewhere else. So Blumhouse, we'll probably see what? Smile? Is Smile Blumhouse? Smile?
Oh, geez, I believe so.
We could see Malignant. That'd be fucking cool.
That's
not Blumhouse.
it's not Blumhouse, and it's not as relevant as it was.
Yeah, but I want to see that dude crawl on the ground in Hollywood. It'd be spooky
Oh.
as shit. But yeah, hold on. Blumhouse is, I can't remember.
Abigail, Megan.
Abigail? I'd like some Abigail. Night Swim. Oh, Night Swim. Night Swim.
Oh God. that was
Five Nights at
terrible.
Freddy's. Happy Death Day. The Black Phone. You can see Black Phone out there.
Sinister.
Imaginary. See the little bear running around. Creep.
That was a
What
terrible
else we got
movie, too.
here? Insidious. Double up. Insidious Scare Zone as well. Oculus.
Purge.
That one was good. Ouija. Paranormal Activity.
Oculus was Blumhouse. It was a WWE release movie.
Yeah, it was Bloodhouse. Split.
Oculus was a WWE
Exorcist,
production, though.
The Purge, or two of the Purge movies. Invisible Man. So I mean,
Sinister.
it could really be anything. Yeah, Sinister was
Yeah.
on here.
Yeah, Production
Smile is
Central used to
not
be a
bad.
much bigger scare zone for us, though. Back in the day, it
Oh, it
ran
used to run the
all
entire way, all the way
to
yeah.
New York.
Yeah,
But-
from the beginning of the main store.
From the turnstiles?
Yes. Well, yeah, almost
From the turnstiles?
Yeah.
A little bit to the right when it was a little cafe.
Night Maze.
Oh, man.
That was a separate scare zone, though.
That's a scare zone we'll have to talk about in history.
Oh God, Night
God,
Maze.
I think-
what a
I think-
choice.
There were scratch marks on the road from that scare zone for many years
God,
after.
Yeah. They also had that Civil War ghost one, which was kind of neat.
Oh, was that a Civil War ghost one, or was that the toxic?
Revolutionary War. It was some war with like
It was-
zombie soldiers.
No, it was a toxic. I think it was World War One, but it was a toxic toxic waste zombie military scare zone. I can't remember the name of it.
I would need to review that one. I remember a different. Maybe it was in the same spot, just different house. But continuing our counterclockwise journey on the scare zones, you'll also have probably the Megan dance show, the impromptu. The Megans get out and dance on the street and then do a quick photo op. That will be over by Gramercy Park. In Central Park, we have a picture of a sombrero, possibly Dia de los Muertos again, something of that sort. The show over in Fear Factor Live, still not confirmed to be Nightmare Fuel, but also confirmed to not be Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
We have the Death Eaters in Diagon Alley. The scare zone over in San Francisco is going to be the Toys, similar to the one from Hollywood. Over in the bar, where you had prior bars, which is the Witch Bar, and then the Peacock Bar, where they had David S. Pumpkins come out. From what I've seen, Dave, that they're going to have a Chucky puppet out there talking to you this year.
Oh, that
be a
would
Chucky
be
bar.
perfect. You know, I think I will definitely spend about an hour back there getting roasted.
It'd be easy for him. He'll have 3 hours of material.
More ways than one.
And then finally in New York will be the Demon Bikers. And now round out Horror Nights in Orlando. We're about done with the speculation. It's just waiting for the dump, which could be next week or the week after. Probably one of those two, because they're not going to do Horror Nights
Boom.
and an Epic Universe reveal in the same week, which is the last week of July. Will be
It
the
was,
Epic Universe drop.
Sorry, I just
Oh,
looked it
you're
up.
good.
Your scare zone was containment, and it was a scare zone where an experimental biohazard gas is accidentally released into the atmosphere. The streets are filled with toxic green mist that turns anyone that comes in contact with it into infected, melting glob of flesh and blood. And that was a military scare zone. And that was 2009
Wasn't that
in
over
Production Central.
That was in Production Central.
Production Central.
Oh no, I'm
Yes.
talking about the alleyway. That if you are going on Production
So
Central,
you're talking about where Coven was?
no, where Night Maze was.
Yeah, that's where Coven was. The Shrek alleyway.
Shrek alleyway. Yes. No, I'm thinking of the
okay.
Revolutionary War soldiers that are like skeletons or zombies now. Different one.
That was
Different.
containment was like that.
Containment. No, it's a different scare zone. I assure
Containment
you.
was military
And it
guys.
was in the
they
20,
had one
pretty sure it was in the 2010s.
containment. 2010 was Coven.
No, 2010s, not 2010 exactly, but in the 2010s
because-
somewhere.
Our last scare zone in that area was Night Maze.
All right. Well, I'll need to review and see and verify your truth. That's all I got to do.
Okay, go ahead and verify my truth. But we had Coven in 2010, Night Maze in 2011, and then in 2012 we did not have a scare zone in that area.
Okay, I believe you. I'm
Um,
just going to verify.
But containment, they were zombie soldiers.
Containment.
They were zombie soldiers, and I'm telling
Zombie soldiers.
you. Yeah, I mean we can move on, but
Okay.
but I'm just
I'm sure you're right. I'm just going to double check because I remember it different in my head. The other thing that was dropped today.
double check and get back to me.
I will. I'll leave a voicemail. The other thing that was dropped today for Horror Nights Orlando was the multi-night ticket passes, and we saw an increase to every pass level except the standard Rush of Fear from last year, and those increases range between 4 and 20% from last year's tickets. And at time of this recording, the Frequent Fear Plus with Express and Ultimate Frequent Fear with Express are sold out, and reported by Universal that they are not restocking anything, which I just find incredibly hard to believe.
Incredibly.
First day of sales.
How do you saw it the first day?
Yeah, first day of sales. The lineup is not that demanding to say I gotta fucking be there. There's no Stranger Things, no Weekend, no Last of Us.
Ultimate with Express is over $1,000
this
per
year.
ticket.
Yep, it's $1,000.
How did you sell out of that on the first day?
It's $1,139 after tax.
How did you sell out of that on the first day?
Well,
shit.
Mm-hmm.
When I bought Rush of Fear with Express in 2011, I paid like $239.
Rush of
for
Fear
Rush of Fear with Express. Which now is $500.
$650 after tax. $650 after tax.
All right. You heard it here first. Park Talk Radio is making their own horror night event.
Oh, we're boned. We have no capital. It'll be just you in your underwear running from room to room like the old days.
I did work at a haunted house for 10 years where I did chase people in whitey tighties. So,
as I was saying, they don't have all the big IPs, and I've had a conversation several times today because it's astounding. They've either are lying, which is possible. They could allocate additional tickets in the later time, or they've really severely limited the multi-night passes with Express this year. As last year, there was a bit of an issue where the Express queues were pretty damn long, where you're waiting over 40 minutes for an Express queue sometimes. Looking at you, Last of Us. The line can be quite chunky. And I have a spreadsheet here pulled up with the accuracy going back this year, last year, and 2022 of just the ticket prices. And we'll use what I would probably perceive as the most popular ticket, the Frequent Fear Plus, that gets you Sunday through Friday, basically every night of the event except Saturdays. However, you also get the first Saturday and last Saturday with this ticket. 2 years ago, 2022, the ticket would be $235 after tax, and that would be, $6 per day if you break it down. Last year, 2023, that went up from $235 to $288 after tax, a 23% jump. And then this year, it is $309 after tax, an additional 7% jump. From last year.
And that's
year.
Frequent Fear Plus without Express?
Without Express.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, here's the other one. Your ticket that you normally get, Rush of Fear, 2022, Rush of Fear was $139 after tax. Last year, it jumped up to $192 after tax, 38% increase. And then they didn't increase it at all this year.
Well, the last 3 years I've gotten Frequent Fear Plus.
Yep. So I would wager that's the most popular. Maybe Rush of Fear. I don't think the Frequent Fear is very popular these days.
Well, my kids are gonna have to start working if they want to go next year.
Shit, tell me about it. I need to go get me a kid and have it start working to buy my ticket.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at on Horror Nights right now. It's expensive. Shit is selling out. And if you wanted a ticket, they may already be gone by the time you hear this episode. And this will be dropping on Monday, July 15th, which, hey, if you're listening to it on Monday, July 15th, when it comes out, it's my birthday. So happy birthday, me. I hear you saying it as you listen to the show, and I thank you.
I mean, you know, the more they hold off on selling those multi-night tickets with Express, the more it opens up them to not sell out of single night Express tickets and make more money.
Or it might go the other way. I don't know. I was looking at the single night tickets, and Halloween night was only $88, and that's low.
It was,
Or
when I
80.
looked, I think it was I thought Halloween night was 100 something.
Well, I looked today for a single night ticket. It was not that much. Not for Express.
It's good because I'm going Halloween night
just for these single night tickets. I didn't look at Express.
Yeah, well, Express was only like 120. It was the cheapest night for Express.
Right.
One of the cheapest nights. So, and I will be doing a single night with Express. So,
oh, fancy man. Alrighty, Dave, we're heading into other news around the world. Where do you want to start off first? We got some more ticket talk about Epic Universe.
Boring.
We have Disney stuff, and we have regional park stuff.
Disney. Let's give the regional park some love and save it for last.
Ooh. Alrighty, regional parks coming up in the back end. October 31st, $88.
Nice.
Just checked. Okay. Disney. Where do we want to start? We got the first look at the Bears' new costumes for the soon-to-be reopened and reimagined Country Bear musical Jamboree.
Garbage.
Yeah.
I did see pictures. Garbage.
Stupid. They look awful. They've taken out all the good songs. They've already shown. They've already posted the video of the set list and the songs, and they took out the good ones. All the ones you love.
Can I say my first opinion when I saw these costumes?
Go.
You know,
Go ahead.
So Disney's very much about being, you know, taking perceived racism out of the parks or possible perceived racism out of the parks.
Well, anything problematic?
I'd say these new costumes for these country bears, and, you know, you can cut this out if it's not appropriate, but they damn near look like plantation owner costumes. You know, like rich white people plantation day costumes. You know, not good. Not good. They look racist to me. The costumes look racist to me. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. Do you see what I'm saying? Though?
They still look stupid. Do you see what I'm
shit? Do you see what I'm saying? Where they're coming all across as
the
these
first one, the
plantation style costumes.
Master of Ceremonies, Henry. He has his a Southern gentleman hat and coat on.
To me,
the rest of them are all hillbilly, Southern. Just like this guy's got a top hat.
That's the one I saw was Henry.
Okay, the band has, you know, suspenders and hats on. They got Trixie is wearing a hot pink cowgirl getup, which looks terrible.
That's the larger one, right? From the swing set?
Larger one. Bunny, Bubbles, and Buela, formerly known as the Sunbonnets.
Yeah, the guys turn me on, turn me down.
They don't sing that anymore.
That's bullshit. This is a great song.
It's gone. Blood in the Saddle, gone.
Everybody laughs at Blood in the Saddle. That's a beautiful song.
He doesn't sing it anymore. It's gone. Gone. They posted the video. You can watch the whole show already. You can hear the whole set list. If you like the old show, well, sucks to suck. They don't have anything from it, really.
I mean, to be honest with you, I only went in the old show if it was absolutely necessary. So, I mean, I know it was a mainstay for some people, but not the end of my world.
No, not at all. I couldn't even tell you the last time I saw the previous version, over 10 years ago minimum. And I will not be going opening day to see the new one. And it does open.
Oh, I'm getting a virtual queue for it.
Oh, well, fuck. I guess I'm going. It reopens on July 17th, which is this upcoming Wednesday. Cast member previews, well, at the time of this recording, have already been held. They were held on July 10th and July 12th. So I guess that's why Disney put out videos, official videos of the show already. And then I have a slew of people getting arrested at Disney this week, plus a couple other things. But first, Tiana's Bayou Adventure and Tron Lifecycle Run will be offered at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, the Upcharge event, as standby queue. So no virtual queue. You just go in the standby line and there you go. Into the ride you shall arrive.
That might help out with people wanting to do meet and greets. You know, some of those meet and greet lines may go down.
Well, maybe the Disney technology just isn't there somehow. This small indie company that just opened can't figure out the virtual queue for a separately ticketed nighttime event. Too hard. During the month of July and a little bit of August, I believe, the Flavors of Florida is being celebrated at Disney Springs with multiple food and drink options. There's also a limited time Flavors of Florida scavenger hunt with Orange Bird. And let's see, what do you get for finishing this? You get a nice little pin that says Disney Springs Flavors of Florida and has a big old orange on it. So if you like free stuff, this is the very few times you can get it at Disney, and they'll be at Disney Springs. I will have you know, Dave, that while we were at Magic Kingdom, I was saying I want to go to Storybook Circus because they have this new experience that I've not done yet.
God damn it.
I didn't say it. Brennan politely requested that we not do it that day due to not wanting to smell certain things, and I'll let you know we did not get over there, so I am not able to freely speak about it on tonight's episode.
You just saved my cat's life. My three-legged cat Biff just came up to me and I was about to kick it.
Oh, but I really wanted the sticker. Believe me, I asked 3 separate times and she got increasingly more frustrated and said no. I said, okay.
Thank you, producer Brennan.
Yep, we will not be going over there then. May need to save this one here, as we've mentioned previously that EPCOT has been reported as finally complete. I have a full article on here on what projects did and didn't happen. It might take a bit more time than we have today with the rest of the stories.
Yeah, that's something that we can put on.
Something I do want to talk about, as this is coming up fast, and believe it or not, we've been for a bit of time now, a few months, without an actual festival occurring at EPCOT, which is odd in the past few years, where it seems like there's maybe a week or two or less between festivals. Been a few months without. Food and Wine will be kicking up here soon in August, and they have announced the Food and Wine Festival Eat to the Beat concert series. They've also announced additional performers and the Eat to the Beat dining packages. So let's start with the performers, and then you can just be real quick if you tell me yay, nay, or if you even know who these people are.
Let's do it. I like this.
So this starts on August 29th, runs through November 23rd. And then Eat to the Beat concert schedule. They open up the weekend with The Fray.
Yay.
Yeah, I like The Fray. I like their first 3 albums, real good. After that, the Sugar Ray.
Yes, I've actually seen them before.
Yeah, they sound pretty cool, pretty fun.
Actually, when I was a minor, I went to a Sugar Ray concert in Biloxi, which is casinos and stuff like that. My parents took me, and Mark McGrath, who was the lead singer for Sugar Ray, took a shot out of a plastic cup and threw it in the audience, and I caught the shot glass.
Did you slurp out the remainder of the little liquid and get his saliva all over them sweet boy lips?
I did not, but
no. Give it a little sniff.
But just a little interesting, cool thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sugar Ray.
Yeah, I'd see. Yeah.
Hoobastank?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like Hoobastank.
Get that stank.
Yeah.
A new
I like
entry
Hoobastank.
this year, we got Yellow Card.
Uh,
Ocean Avenue.
I like Yellow Card.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'd go see him at an Eat the Beat thing. I wouldn't pay for a concert, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. After that, Tiffany.
Oh. No.
Do you know Tiffany?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
Tiffany, legendary pop star known for the 1987 1987 Billboard #1. I think we're alone now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Why not?
I think we're alone now.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. After that, we got Mercy Me.
No.
No.
Don't even know who it is.
Sheila E.
No.
The Wanted.
No.
Louis Figueroa.
Who? No.
Mao E. Ricky.
No.
Jesse and Joy.
No.
A Low Block.
What?
Joey Fat One and Friends.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love me some
Local
fat
celebrity Joey Fat One.
I love me some Fat Fatone. And actually, where I live in Florida, Lance Bass has been here for the past week.
He will probably be there. He's typically there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with he's one of the and friends. We got We the Kings.
Yes.
Oh, are they good?
Mm-hmm.
I can't recall if I heard of them or not.
Oh, absolutely. You've heard We the Kings.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Parumpa Pum Pum.
Check, yes, Juliet.
Oh, yes, Wine Rock. I understand. Yeah, Whiny Rock. We got Switchfoot. I like them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Switchfoot.
David Archuleta.
I think he was American Idol. He was an American Idol guy, wasn't he?
Oh, did he win?
I don't believe so. I think he was. I think he came in second.
Yeah.
I never watched American Idol, but
no. You got Billy Ocean.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll see Billy Ocean.
Hanson, of course, for the hops.
Bop, dip, dop,
Mm-hmm. We have
Haley. David Archuleta came in second.
Archuleta. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Haley Reinhart featuring Emily Estevan, Casey Abrams, and Janelle Parrish.
Who?
I enjoy Haley Reinhart. She's very talented.
Was that the girl from Pitch Perfect?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. She was featured heavily in the jazz cover band Postmodern Jukebox. She has a killer voice. After that,
what songs?
She did a cover of Creep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Super good. Boys to Men.
Oh, yes, I love me some Boys to Men. I absolutely love me some Boys to Men.
We got Magic. They sing that rude song. You don't have to be so rude.
Oh, yeah.
Why'd you have to marry her so anyway?
Rude? Okay, yeah.
Parmalee. Parmalee?
I don't know.
Smash Mouth?
Yes, but the lead singer's dead, so
yeah, it's not true fat man Guy Fieri Smash Mouth.
If you send us and pay our way, I will dress up as Shrek and go to the Smash Mouth concert at Disney.
That's November 15th through 16th. It'd probably be hot as fuck still, but might get a cool breeze.
It's right after my wedding cruise. I can stay there
just
for
in
extra
time.
days.
You will look like Shrek after the cruise. Maybe a red Shrek. And then closing out the event, at least on this, 98 Degrees.
Is Nick Lachey actually going to be there or no?
Maybe.
I don't know. If Nick Lachey's there, yeah, I'll go. Otherwise,
well, I can't.
No.
It's and friends. You got to make sure.
Yeah.
And then going quickly through the newly added lineup with the updates, we got Finesse.
Don't know.
Hooligans.
Don't know.
Foreigner's Journey. I guess that's a cover band.
I don't know if that's cover band or if it's just...
It's the single title, Foreigner's Journey. Don't know.
That's two different bands.
Yeah,
so.
I know. It might be a dual cover band.
Oh, yeah.
Deanne Diaz,
Don't know who that is.
Latin Ambition,
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I don't know who it is, but yes.
Funkified,
No.
Gilly and the Girl,
Sure, why not?
Evolution Motown,
No.
Sugar Vibe,
No.
and M80s.
No.
No. All right. Well, that's your Eat to the Beat concert schedule running basically from the beginning to the end. You can guarantee seating at these concert performances if you want to do the Eat to the Beat Eat Dinner package, and you can get a varying level of food. Everything's going to be sit down except for Regal Eagle. That's going to be same day dining packages only. It's going to be your cheapest option, $36. The rest of them are going to range between $56 and $99. You can eat at Exorcist Royal Banquet, Beer Garden Restaurant, Coral Reef, Garden Grill, Le Cellier, Rose and Crown, and Spice Road Table. If you buy...
And these are all at the Americas Pavilion, correct?
Were you...
The concerts.
Yes, correct. The concerts are all there, yes. All of these will include a appetizer, entree and dessert, or full buffet where applicable, as well as one alcoholic or non-alcoholic drink. Spice Road, as it is tapas, will have 2 small plates, a shared plate, shared dessert, and a drink as well. Regal Eagle, you'll have your quick service to go. You will not be getting alcohol with that one. So that guarantees you a seat, otherwise you'll be sitting in the sun waiting for a spot. Alrighty, time for the slugfest, the slobber knocker, the knock you out, oh shit, what's going on? First one here, Fantasmic over in Disneyland, California. There was a TikTok video that recently documented a dangerous firework malfunction at the nightly performance of Fantasmic, where near the end of the show, you're familiar, Dave, where Mickey sends his finger, sticks his hands out and his finger shoots sparks.
Yes.
Yeah, so for some reason, they weren't going off, so he turned it into his own face and shot himself in the face with the fireworks. Oh my God.
That's like, you're shooting off a firework and it doesn't go off and you just
What's going
on
on?
the mortar tube.
Oh my God. The caption from the TikTok video, hope Mickey is okay. Hashtag Mickey Mouse.
The person who was playing Dopey years ago when they fell off the boat is like, thank you, it's not me anymore.
That video is so... I'm glad the cast member is okay. It's just bewildering to watch him slip through the guardrail.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable stuff. Next up, this happened back on March 14th, but as Florida law goes, that we don't know until the police records are released to the public. Happened on March 14th. This sounds oddly familiar to one that happened on Christmas Eve, but in Magic Kingdom, a thief stole the guest's backpack, threw the driver's license into the toilet, and ordered Uber Eats.
Oh my God. Are you that down bad for some food?
I guess so.
Like,
it looks like they left their stroller unattended in the new Fantasyland stroller parking to watch the fireworks. Afterwards, they realized that it was gone. They later found the stroller abandoned near Cinderella's castle with the backpack missing. The backpack was later discovered in one of the male bathrooms by a cast member. The woman who lost the backpack stated the backpack was found open and left emptied out. All the contents of the backpack were scattered all over the floor, and they found the driver's license in the toilet in one of the stalls of the bathroom. What was stolen? 4 bank cards, Social Security card, $25 in cash, and Disney gift card with $35 left on the balance. And she then received bank alerts that someone was trying to buy $43 of Uber Eats at 12:04 a.m. Those Uber Eats orders got declined. The thief, fortunately, I guess, was able to make a food transaction from a vending machine at Magic Kingdom and got away with $5. As of now, no one's been arrested. Man, getting a new social security card, not an easy or fun feat.
No, not at all.
Oh, my God.
I did find a wallet on 4th of July weekend.
Oh.
Floating in the water. It had $4,000 cash in it.
No shit.
But, yep. I tracked down the gentleman. He was on vacation with his multiple kids and his wife. Tracked him down through Facebook and other means, and returned his wallet to him. So that was something interesting that happened. It's not very often you find a wallet.
Did he give you a
floating in the water.
reward for finding $4,000 of his?
He offered, but I
you
cannot
turned it down
accept.
because you're a good public servant.
That's why, yeah.
That's why, yes.
Yeah.
Next up, we have this happened at EPCOT. Social media captured footage of the aftermath of a fight that took place at the Space 220 restaurant at EPCOT, where it says a drunk guest assaulted a cast member. I'm looking at some video picture captures. It's not nighttime yet, so they are loaded and ready to party during the day. The TikTok user shared 2 videos of the incident where it shows the aftermath, including 2 men arrested during the involved scuffle. The first video shows there are 2 shirtless men standing outside the restaurant with other fully clothed people. One guest, one of the shirtless men, is holding a metal stanchion over his shoulder like a metal pipe as he's about to beat some ass.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
I don't get it. I've been so drunk I almost fell down the Fear Factor Live auditorium stairs.
I was there.
Somebody had to grab my backpack, you know? But I've never gotten so drunk where I'm like, well, time to fuck shit up.
Time to rip the line cue stanchion poles out of the ground and wave it like a weapon. If you're a bad
drunk and you know it, obviously if you're going to Epcot and you know you're a bad drunk, you already know.
Yeah.
Don't drink. You're at a theme park.
Oh my God. I guess witnesses reportedly ripped the stanchion out of the ground and he was acting aggressively with it, swinging it at people, all shirtless, and this is a big boy. Second video shows one of the men screaming at a security guard, Disney security, and then OPD shows up. Both men are handcuffed and pulled away from the restaurant as they scream obscenities at other guests as they're dragged away from the scene. After being dragged away, there is another report that one was tased to the ground, but continued to fight while in the park.
Yeah,
These
I've been tased. It's not a good
motherfuckers.
I've been tased. It's not a good feeling, but after 5 seconds, you don't feel anything anymore.
It's
so
like, just sweet, sweet bladder relief.
Nah,
some people.
If I will give you $5 if you can get tased and actually pee while you're being tased.
I think it's an involuntary release of urine.
Actually, I'll give you $100 if you can get tased and pee while you're being tased. It doesn't happen.
Oh, wow. I like what the movie does.
Maybe afterward, but
closing reports say that these 2 individuals were cut off initially at Italy, and they were asked to leave the park at that time after being initially cut off. They, however, continued on to Space 220, and they punched an older lady cast member in the face, and then that's when the stanchion was ripped out of the ground.
Fucking...
We got another one here. I mean, we're just hitting every theme park. Disney's Hollywood Studios. Mother slugs daughter in the face during family fight over Genie Plus ride reservation. You see, Disney? This is what your fucking Express Pass bullshit does. It has moms hitting kids in the face.
Oh my God.
59-year-old from West Virginia, charged with battery, domestic violence as a misdemeanor. She pled not guilty. This happened back in May. What occurred, the 59-year-old mother was having an argument with her 35-year-old daughter. Sheriff reports that the victim said she was having a family argument regarding ride reservations with other family members. More family members jumped into the argument, including the victim's grandma, who became physical with the victim's husband. Family members grew agitated, so then the victim's mother, the 59-year-old, got involved. The victim, the 35-year-old daughter, and the mom, who had been sharing a hotel room together on vacation, started arguing. The victim said her mom pulled on her hair and clothing. She tried to push her away, and then the victim was then slugged in the face. Oh my God. Domestic violence affidavits were provided to the victim, but she declined. She declined to sign any of it.
If I acted out, my mom would punch me in the face, and I'm 33 years old, so I get it. Second of all, affidavit does not matter in the state of Florida when it comes to domestic violence. The state of Florida becomes the victim, so there is no affidavit. It's you cannot charge a family member via blood, someone you share a kid with, or someone you've lived with as a family with. So it does not matter if an affidavit was signed or not. Domestic violence, the state of Florida assumes the role of the victim.
Well,
doesn't if a domestic happens, does not matter if a family member wants to press charges or not. If they can determine who the primary aggressor was, they are going to jail.
Hot damn. Well, we clearly saw who it was. It was the mom punching the daughter. See ya. Don't buy Lightning Lane. You're going to jail. Is the
Good on you, Mom. You just probably should have started whooping her earlier, and it wouldn't have happened.
35 is a little late to start beating up on your kid.
Yeah, 35 is a little late to corporal punish your children.
And our closing story of the night for Disney, and we'll probably just wrap up here. The other ones we can hold off till next week Dave.
Let's wrap up and just go ahead and hit the voicemails and call it a night.
Oh,
or
yes,
do we have time for those?
Voicemails.
I'd love to hear the voicemails. So
okay. So we'll close up here. We'll save stories for next time. It's nothing too crazy.
We'll save the stories in the Horror Nights houses for next time.
Yeah. This last one coming from Disneyland over at Disney's California Adventure. Another beat 'em up, rock'em sock'em. Guest slap woman on ground at Pixar Pier in Disney California Adventure. Just days before the start of Pixar Fest, which celebrates friendship and beyond, a group of guests ganged up on one woman at Pixar Pier in Disney California Adventure, and the exact location is right outside Lamplight Lounge, the bar up top of Pixar Pier. It appears that 3 grown women tossed to the floor and are hitting another woman on the ground, so it's a 3-on-1. 2 young children stand next to the group while the fight begins. A 4th woman with a stroller pulls up and then also starts wailing on the woman on the ground. No idea if anyone's related or what started the fight. A 5th woman runs up screaming, "Leave her alone, leave her alone." Tries to start helping a woman up off the ground, and the gang of 4 other women start beating up on her too.
Jeez.
So 4-on-2, people on the ground. There's no follow-up story or update. It's unclear what led to the video's events, how or if any of these guests know each other or are related. There's also unconfirmed if there was lifetime bans applied to any of the guests involved, but a 4-on-2 slap fight, beating up on the ground. No idea what the fuck happened.
That reminds me of when that random dude ran up to Steven at Horror Nights and just punched him in the face.
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. But then like a year later, Steven punched me in the face at the hotel room for slapping him in the face with pizza. I deserved it. But long story. But
alrighty. That will do it for an exciting time of news stories. A lot to catch up on. We have plenty more to catch up on next week. Hopefully we'll have another Horror Nights reel, the final Horror Nights reel, or the Horror Nights dump. And anything else that may pop up between now and then. Probably a park visit. I know I'm going to EPCOT this Sunday to celebrate my birthday. Try to get into Space 220 with a stanchion in my hand this time.
Whoop, whoop.
That's right. Alrighty, Dave, time for voicemails and get this show off the road. No Easter egg or wall of shame this week. Don't worry, there's plenty of wall of shame. Plenty of people bitching about the frequent fear passes, believe you me. As well as the lightning lane changes. We just want to get some news stories, allow time for Dave and I to catch up and play your voicemails. So we got 2 voicemails today. Dave, you want to tell them how to play voicemails while as I get them queued up?
If you would love to send us a voicemail, all you got to do is call 407-490-2220. 407-490-2220. See, I remembered how to say it, Bill.
I heard you. You did a real good job.
Yep. Now, you can also leave us a text message if you'd like to be a little more anonymous. And even if you want to be anonymous, you don't have to say your name in the voicemail. Just, come on. Leave us a wall of shame.
On.
Leave us a park visit. Leave us a question. Leave us a, hey, Dave, we really missed you last week.
Hey, Dave.
And why the fuck did you leave us?
Hey, Dave, why'd you come back? It was better without you. Can you fuck
go
off?
ahead. Leave us a voicemail.
Very nice. Thank you. Leave us a voicemail of your best impression of a Q video. Be your own best Patrick Warburton. Hello. Welcome to the voicemail. Maybe that's something we should do. Go to a con, pay them to record our voicemail recording, and say, you've just reached Park Talk Radio, and it's,
hell yes.
Who could we get? Who could we get to do that? That's from, the theme park realm.
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser? This voicemail would have been a lot better if I got my cup of coffee. That'd be pretty fun.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. It costs a lot of money.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, let's we got 2 voicemails. Let's do them and see what we got. First one here. Nope, that's the Where's My Dave song. Whoops. I don't have these things labeled.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, all right. Okay, let's do this first one for real. No, I have them queued in the software. I just hit the wrong button. Maybe, hopefully this isn't the Fisher one again. Oh,
it's
shit.
Probably the Fisher one.
Oh, shit. Don't play this. All right, here we go.
Hey, Bill and Dave. Guess who? Bill, it's your dad again.
Fine.
But this time I'm calling for a shameless self-plug. As Bill knows, I've been spending countless hours getting the business open to the public. And since it's theme park adjacent, I figured an endorsement from you guys could go a long way.
Oh, boy.
World Springs, the country's first premier mineral and hot spring soak park, has just opened its doors in Dallas, Texas. For one price, guests get to visit and experience nearly 50 pools and spas inspired by the naturally occurring mineral and hot springs from around the world. From a replica of the Dead Sea to the Blue Lagoon in Iceland to waters of Italy, you can transport yourself around the world and take advantage of the healing properties that Mother Nature provides globally. We got a great full-service restaurant and bar and a treatment spa for things like massages and facials and full-body cryo treatments, just to name a few.
Facials.
It's really a one-of-a-kind social and wellness destination. Check us out at worldsprings.com. There's also a really cool aerial view video on YouTube. I sent Bill the link. Anyway, want to personally invite you guys, Katie and Brendan, to come for a visit on me. Let me know when you can get away, and I'll take care of the rest. Finally, even more personally, I am obsessed, like you guys, with Epic Universe and the coming HHN. So as soon as we can, we're booking everything. Keep it up, guys. You make my week every week.
Whoa, that was very sweet.
Did Brian say, I'm sorry, did he say Dallas, Texas?
Yes.
Holy shit. Well, my wife is from right down the road from Dallas. So,
well, there you go.
Here's
Sounds
the
like
deal.
You're getting a free vacation.
So, we need to go.
Do live on location.
Live on location. We need to go check out this place because if Brian's involved with this, it's got to be badass. So we need to go check this place out. We can also hit Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, and Schlitterbahn Water Park.
Oh, Schlitterbahn.
And the locations where they filmed Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, yes. You wanted to go camping there, right?
They do have, I visited there last summer. They have a whole campground / little cabins you can stay in right behind the We Slaughter barbecue gas station.
Oh man,
So-
I would love to do that. That sounds great. Thanks, Dad, for letting us know about the great opportunities coming up. We are very much looking forward to doing it. It's not an endorsement or plug or promotion for it. It will allow you talking about your business. We received no payment of any kind, so I'm not calling that a promotion.
It sounds like it would be a blast, hot springs, cold springs. I mean, and not to mention the fact that Universal is also opening up another theme park
Universal
in Texas.
Kids.
Yep. So I will be going there when it opens.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
And yes, we are very much excited for Epic and Helios grand opening. That will probably be sometime in August. We'll be sure to let you and all our listeners know. But yeah, check out World Springs.
I will be going to World Springs now that I know it's in Dallas because my wife, her family does not live.
Now that I know what it is, I will be going.
Now that I know where it is, sorry, I will be going because my wife's family does not live too far from there. So
super cool. All right, one more voicemail. This one's a little shorter, and here we go.
Hey everyone, this is producer Bren. I'm just calling in because when this episode releases on Monday, it will be Bill's birthday.
Oh.
So I just wanted to call and wish him happy birthday on the show. Thanks for everything you do for the show. Couldn't do it without you. All right, see you all in the park.
Officially,
that was very sweet.
Officially, shittiest voicemail we've received.
It wasn't your drunk one?
No. Actually, Nate's,
of course
Nate's
not.
was a close second, but
Which one? Him calling you out or him having a separate conversation? Using us as a
him
mail
talking to
carrier?
Brian.
Yeah.
No, the one him calling me out was probably second worst.
I don't know. My dad's saying you can fit the whole Jaws bathroom in the lagoon.
Oh, jeez.
That was pretty mean.
Yeah, that was bad too.
Well, thank you.
Bill, is this big 31 for you, right?
No, 32, man. The big
32.
Who the one who could care less.
Crap.
Couldn't care less about 32.
Holy crap.
You're old, man. Yeah, I know.
You're old.
Never be as old as you will be, though.
Unless I die first.
Oh, God.
That's so.
Well, thank you all for listening. I can't say don't die because we're all going to die one day, and that's just something you have to accept. I'm terrified.
Don't jerk off in the hot springs.
That's jerk off in the hot springs. You'll clog up the filter. We'll see you in the park.